MLV club.
On into the final day of the regular season and Fan Appreciation Day here for the Indy Ingite, celebrating their fans who have shown up all season long and cheering their team to a first-place finish in the regular season in Major League Volleyball and a league record 22 wins as the Indy Ingite on the final day hosts number 3 San Diego, another playoff team. And the playoff picture is completely set, including the seeds. Indy the 1, Dallas the 2 seed, San Diego 3, and Omaha rounds out the playoff field, which starts in just 4 days in Dallas, Texas. Hello, everyone. We welcome you inside the Fishers Event Center. Emily Eamon and Noah Reed with you. Regular season finale and final tune-up, if you will, for a pair of playoff teams. #1 Indy, #3 San Diego. And it's not crazy to think that these two could meet up again in 6 days for a title.
This is exactly how we want it to end the MLV season. This is a last chance for Indy and San Diego to find that championship caliber rhythm ahead of the playoffs next week. Both teams are starting their strongest lineups today. That also means that this could be a match preview of that high-octane offense and relentless defense that we can expect in the championship next week.
Well, Indy's best lineup always includes a Johnny Teeler. Back-to-back years as an all-star, and she's a do-everything player for the Ignite.
Indy has an incredibly balanced attack, but the go-to when it matters is opposite of Johnny Teeler. If the team is down or gets late in a set, the ball finds Teeler wherever she is on the court, in the front or the back row. She's got that dog mentality of being able to completely take over matches. Right now, she's 10th in the MLV in points and 7th in kill percentage. That just shows how much Indy can rely on her as a player. San Diego needs to know where Teeler is at all times and make sure that they've got 2 blockers up on her. Going up against Teeler in the front for San Diego is outside Grace Loberg. If there was any question of just how good Loberg would be in a bigger role than ever in her professional indoor career, she answered that just a few matches into the season. She's been one of the most well-rounded players in all of MLV this year. Top 10 in points, kills, aces, and digs. Watch for San Diego to rely on Loberg in truly every phase of the game today.
Well, Grace Loberg coming off of a 19-kill performance on Thursday in just 3 sets for San Diego. That win is what clinched the 3 seed for the Mojo. Lauren Bertolacci, year #1 with the Indy Ignite, and what a first year it's been. League record 22 wins. They've had the #1 seed clinched for a week now, and they say 1 game at a time, but there's no doubt about it, Emily, this team has title aspirations.
The Ignite want to get that title by playing the regular season as if it's the playoffs. Coach Bertolacci constantly preaches winning breeds winning, and they're going with their strongest lineup today in order to have that mentality going into next week in playoffs.
Rest of the starters on Friday night, it was still a 5-set win over Columbus in thrilling fashion for the Ignite, but Emily just said it. The normal starters, the everyday lineup is back out on the floor in the regular season finale for a final tune-up before the playoffs on Thursday. Alicia Childress, year #1 for San Diego, just finished her playing career at the Vegas Thrill the last 2 years, and has led San Diego to a 15-win season, a 3 seed in the playoffs, a year after this team was 6 games below 500.
I've been so impressed with what San Diego has done this season, starting off 1-6 and going 14-6 since. They look really good headed into the postseason.
It's Maya Tabron to serve and get us underway inside the Fishers Event Center. Final day of the regular season, and out of the middle, it's Jalen Keene, the newest member of the Ignite, pounding it through the defense.
Jalen Keene has only been with the team for less than 2 weeks, and she is making a statement early on. This is one of the best middles in the Italian Series A1 league, which is the best league in the world, and she has come to Indy to help solidify that middle spot.
Mia Tuaninga back set. This is a Johnny Teeler on the right side. Cross-court shot to open it up 2-0.
Wherever Teeler is out on the court, this time in the back row, Tuaninga will always get her going, especially early on in matches to get her comfortable.
Couple quick rallies, 2 swings for the Ignite, 2 kills, and they've opened up 2-0 at home. On the outside, it's Grace Loberg. Isn't it fun when your players to watch to start the day are the 2 that get going right away?
Well, that's exactly what you expect from these 2 teams. Teeler, the go-to for Indy, Grace Loberg, the high point scorer for the Mojo.
Her 304th kill on the season, the only player for the Mojo over 300 on the year. Anna DeBeer's first touch is scooped up in the back row, and the Mojo chasing out a system with a free ball. Back set, Keene on the slide, dug up. Slide again for King, dug up once more. Free ball pushed over from Brajkovic. Anna DeBeer, too strong, did not get a touch, point San Diego.
This is where San Diego is so good. It's so difficult for any opponent to put a ball down against them. That backcourt defense is the best in MLV for a reason. Ignite's attackers have to stay patient throughout rallies.
Almost 18 digs per set for San Diego, #1 in the league. It's a nasty back row defense. Back row touch, Taylor is denied.
In the front court coming alive for San Diego now. This is why their defense is so good. The back row reads around the block really well, and they've got good blockers up front who read the game.
First thing Lauren Bertolacci told us this morning at the serve and pass for Indy is how good the middles are for San Diego, both offensively and defensively. That's Anna DeBeer on the outside, and she sizzles it through the defense.
The key to stopping Indy is to try to slow down and make their offense more predictable. When the Ignite are in system, the ball to the left side is so fast, they don't have time to get two blockers up.
And after DeBeer's first kill of the day, she goes back to serve. Monserrat goes to Grote in the middle. Now Loberg down the line, squeezing it between Teeler and DeBeer.
These are rotations that San Diego's really going to try to exploit. With Tuaninga up front, she's a shorter blocker, stands at 5'9". Loberg 6'3", so she's going right up and over the setter.
And former Wisconsin Badger who won a national title with the Badgers. Tuaninga goes over on 2, and it works.
Smart decision from Tuaninga to establish herself as an offensive threat up front. Really good up from Scott in the back row, taking that hard serve. Sets up Tuaninga beautifully to put it down.
Tuaninga, an all-star this year. She's been spectacular. 11.5 assists per set on the year. Monserrat goes to Loberg, cross court, dug up by DeBeer. Indy out of system. It's a free ball from Teeler. Back set off the slide. Grote spins it off the block. Point San Diego.
Maren Grote has been such an X factor for the Mojo this season. She came in, and I think it was a question of what kind of role that she would play, but she has come in and made an impact on both sides of the ball.
An all-star with Grand Rapids last year, an all-star with San Diego this year. Lydia Martin. Back set, the slide. Grote again. Overpass. Martin plays it. Free ball, DeBeer, a chance for San Diego in system. Monserrat looks back row to Loberg. DeBeer can't get there on the dive, and a long rally ends in a point for the Mojo.
Indy needs to know when Marley Monserrat is up front at all times because she's a very offensive setter. If the ball is tight to the net, she's going to dump it.
Lecator member Mena is rejected on her first swing of the day.
When member Mena's having success is when she's swinging high. This situation, she's swinging straight down into the block. That's going to come back every time.
She's so efficient normally, but last time against San Diego, she hit in the negatives, and that's one thing Coach Childress said. She thought they did really well against her, but Tuaninga goes right back to member Mena, and it's a kill.
Yeah, Childress talked about not being able to stop Lecator member Mena altogether, but even just keeping her around hitting 200, they would be happy with.
First kill for Lecator member Mena, pulls the Ignite within 2. Overpass, joust at the net, and it's won by Monserrat.
Really heads-up play by Monserrat, beating that ball over. Martin's got to push just a little bit further and harder on that to put it down.
After a 2-0 start for the Ignite, it's an 8-3 run for San Diego. Member Mena on the outside, zips it cross court for the kill.
After getting blocked that first time, member Mena is doing a much better job of swinging high, seeing the block, and going around it. In this situation, it's really fast tempo, even out of system, and she still swings inside.
You and I have talked about it numerous times, but what she can do on the outside as 5'8", 5'9", just incredibly undersized is so impressive.
Oh, it's incredibly impressive. And the way that Lecator member Mena's shot selection can change consistently, the way that she throws in different off speeds and roll shots as the Ignite gets that ball. And then you talk about her serving and her passing. I mean, she's one of the best servers in the league because of this hard topspin, and her ball control so good as well. So it's not just the offense, it's member Mena's all-around game.
Her offense paired with the defense of Lydia Martin has the Ignite back within a point. Tuaninga looks to DeBeer, off the hands, kept alive. Great effort from the San Diego defense. Back set, Taylor, right side, dug up, incredible play. DeBeer, it's touched in the back row, point Ignite, 3 in a row to tie it at 8.
That connection between Elena Scott and Anna DeBeer going back to their days at Louisville. Beautiful out-of-system set, and DeBeer is already ready for it.
Second kill of the day for Anna DeBeer. 8-8 in the first set. Two of the top 3 teams in the league in the final day of the regular season. Taylor, Venegas again. She's so good back there in the libero jersey. Martin, nice adjustment midair on the pass, and she pokes it through.
Already this match feels like a championship caliber match. You can tell the defense on both sides so in tune, working relentlessly to keep these balls alive.
One of the 5 losses all season for the Ignite came against San Diego. That was in San Diego earlier this season. There's an ace. Lecator Member Mena's serve, which you just touched on, proves to be crucial.
Member Mena is known for going on 5, 6, 7-point runs at times. It's not that she just hits it hard with tempo, but she's consistently hitting it hard with tempo back there.
Well, it is currently a 5-0 run for the Ignite from down 3 to up 2. Monserrat looks outside, down the line. Point Indy. It missed the line on the swing from Tabron.
Coach Bertolacci taking one off the leg. She said, ow, that one hurt a little bit.
She had one of those Friday night, too.
Can't get out of the way in time. These balls are coming so fast.
She was so animated and emotional the other night. I thought she was part of the match at times. Serve goes long for Member Mena, but it's after 6 unanswered for the Ignite. Monserrat, the third-year pro, 2-time All-American at Florida, was the Gatorade Player of the Year in the state and high school as well. Johnny Taylor tries to save it in. There's not a play for Elena Scott, and there's a point for San Diego.
Now San Diego right back in this with really tough serving. Marley Monserrat is so good on the end line for really pinpointing where these serves are going.
She goes right towards Member Mena again. Back set to Taylor and through the back row defense.
Just that easy one and done for Taylor. Good set from Tuninga. She's leading her attacker forward. So Taylor has all momentum headed into this one. And a good fend off on that serve from Member Mena too.
Right after she didn't have a great first touch the point before. Tabron dug up by Martin. Back row touch. Member Mena goes into the net. No touch by San Diego. Point Mojo.
Indy is really forcing these back row attacks and moving around where their attackers are going from. They're not just in a static position. They're moving with the flow of the game.
Short serve from Tabron. Keene keeps it up. There's Scott. Anna DeBeer, roll shot. Loberg, Keene with the left hand, almost pushed it perfectly in the corner. One-arm dig, DeBeer slides into the net, but she's too far under. Great hustle, but point Mojo.
Really good net play on both sides. You can tell how aggressive the front row is being for both. Not just being timid with some of these balls that are on top of the tape, but being aggressive on top of them.
About the halfway mark of set number 1, and we are all tied up at 12. DeBeer, nice play by Monserrat. Now Loberg on the pin, turned back by Keene. Elena Scott scoops it up. Taylor cross court, Monserrat again. She's all over the place. Loberg shoves it into the block and tools it. Point San Diego and the lead for the Mojo.
Really good out-of-system play on San Diego's side. Shara Venegas, a libero for the Mojo, number 2 in blue, doing such a good job with these high balls out of system that are left inside, so the attackers have all options and can really attack that third contact.
Well, that's what you get out of a 17th-year pro in the libero jersey. Up tempo to Keene. Now to Aninga, back set. Taylor off the deflection. Venegas tries to chase it down with a great effort, but a point for the Ignites.
San Diego is working so hard to try to slow down Indy's offense, but especially on these long string balls, when the setter's moving one way and sets in the opposite direction, it's so difficult to get two blockers there in time.
Loberg upped by member Mena. Anna DeBeer, left side is turned back.
And that's a matchup that Indy Ignite do not want to go after. When you have Brajkovic up there along with Taylor Sambothi, that is a tall, physical block to hit through.
The 6'5" Brajkovic up front. Wins the point, puts San Diego back in front. And an ace immediately follows. A quick 2-0 spurt for the Mojo to go up 15-13.
One of the top keys for San Diego coming into this match was to really get Indy out of system. They're doing such a good job of that so far. Indy's just 40% on the money.
And the 13th ace for Sambothi. Make it 14. She goes at Lekator member Mena on back-to-back points. 2 straight aces, and the largest lead of the day for San Diego brings us to our first timeout of the day. 16-13, 2 of the top 3 teams in the league looking like it early here in Fishers.
Thank you, Indy Team Treatment Center, for your commitment to the Indy Ignite. Select Indy Ignite salute presented by Member Guardian Angel Restoration and recognizes the Hamilton County Army recruiters. These dedicated men and women are shaping the next generation of heroes, guiding individuals towards service, discipline, growth while strengthening our armed forces. Interested in taking the next step? Reach out today to build strength and character as a soldier in the Army while pursuing your personal and professional goals. Thank you, Hamilton County Army recruiters, for your commitment to our community. And thank you, Guardian Angel Restoration, for helping spotlight their mission.
Welcome back inside the Fishers Event Center on the regular season finale. Number 1 team in the league, Indy Ignite, hosting number 3 San Diego, as both teams get ready for the playoffs, which start in just 4 days. And it's a 3-point lead for San Diego on the road. And Emily, I know it's only half of a set in right now, but you just said to me during the timeout, you think this is the highest level of volleyball you've seen in the league this year.
Yeah, it's certainly the highest that I've called in the league this year, having done a dozen or so matches. The way that both San Diego and Indy are playing defensively, you can tell that relentless defense is there. The backcourt's doing such a good job, but then offensively, you can tell it's a battle up front. The attackers are having to stay really patient, but they're getting some massive swings in there time and time again.
It's a 6-1 run for San Diego, including back-to-back aces from Taylor Sambothi, who's still back behind the service line. And she goes right at Lekator member Mena, who she went at the 2 aces. Does not get a touch on the swing from DeBeer, so the San Diego run expands to 7-1.
And that was a really good serve from Sambothi. After a really long delay, she came in and hit a really aggressive serve.
So her service run continues. Overpass. DeBeer's there to play it for Indy. And now she gets the swing. Right through the seam of the block for the kill.
That was a good example of Anna DeBeer staying really patient on that swing. She's had trouble putting the ball down so far this match, and even within that rally, but just continue to mix up her shots and stay patient with it.
Back set. Down the line, scooped up by the libero, Elena Scott. Keene out of the middle, diving play, Monserrat. Nice adjustment by Keene. May not have been the prettiest swing we'll see all day, but hey, it's a kill nonetheless.
Yeah, came off of tuning his hands just a little bit funny. You have a Ajani on a D-ball and as well as a slide, so I think that was kind of a tweener set. Didn't know if it was going to the backcourt or front row, but they made it work.
Just the third match that Jalen Keene has played in this season for the Ignite, joining the team on April 20th, just a couple weeks ago.
Now, this is also a player that was in Italy in the best league in the world and finished as one of the top scoring middles. So she's been in a long, grueling season already and is excited to finish it out here in Indy.
Member Men on the pin, spins it off the block. Monserrat goes back row, Tabron sent away. Member Mena shoves it down the line. No touch, and it was wide left of the line, point San Diego.
Indy's attackers are trying to get more and more creative because it is nearly impossible to put a ball down in the Mojo right now. That's why we're seeing these errors play out.
Especially with that front line size that San Diego has across the board. Serve from Brajkovic goes into the net. We trade service errors. 3-point lead for the Mojo. Jalen Keene long on the serve. San Diego the first to 20 here in the opening set. Member Mena snaps it into the back row, right on the line for the point.
That's when Member Mena's at her best, when she's swinging high, hard, and deep into the court, hitting that back third.
Back set on the slide. Grote rolls it off the block.
San Diego's having a lot of success on this slide attack. Whichever middle's in there, Simbothi and Grote both kind of operate as M1s because they're both so good off of 1 foot. That's something they need to continue to do throughout this one.
Coach Childress is really high on all of her middles too, isn't she?
As she should be. As she has 4 really good ones. 2 on the bench, it could come in at any time and make a difference.
Member Mena well off the net, too far. San Diego has opened up its largest lead of the day, up 5, and a timeout taken by the Ignite.
Right now, Indy's just airing themselves out of this match. That's already their 6th hitting error. They've gotten blocked 3 times as well. So Indy really struggling offensively to keep the ball on the floor. A lot of that is due to the fact that they have been in system at such a low clip that San Diego knows exactly where the ball is going. It's going to the left side most of the time because that's the only option that they have.
You add those 6 attack errors with 3 service errors for the Ignite as well. There's 9 points in this opening set.
And the good thing about that for the Ignite is they can come into the huddle and say, guys, this is all us. We're just airing ourselves out of this one. You get the ball on the floor and it's a completely different game.
Got a pretty big hole to climb out of here late in the first set, down 22-17. An Ignite team that has won 12 straight matches on this floor since their only loss back on January 24th. And Ajani Teeler out of the timeout with the kill for the Ignite.
Remember that Teeler's the go-to attacker for the Ignite. That means that in these moments when they're down 4 or 5 points late in a set, they want to find Teeler wherever she is out on the court.
Serve goes into the net for Lecator Member Mena. San Diego 2 points away from a road win in set 1.
Substitution for Indy, number 23, Kayla Lund.
Kayla Lund checks in for the first time tonight. She had a fantastic match the last time they played San Diego. 26 digs in that match. DeBeer off the hands, dug up in the back. Up tempo. Bump set, Tabron. Ajani Teeler rips it cross court.
And there was Teeler again, the go-to attacker. She's in the front court right now. That means she's going to be set even more, especially when the Ignite are in system.
Had a monster season last year, top 3 in the league at 3.5 kills per set, and that number has only gone up this year. That was Indy into the net, point San Diego.
Yeah, Keene just coming down on the top of the net through that swing. Getting a little bit too aggressive on it.
So that gives San Diego set point, and they've got 5 of them to work with. Maya Tabron to serve for the Mojo. Back set, Teeler again, roll shot, drops it through. The last 3 points for the Ignite, all scored by Ajani Teeler.
And Teeler's doing that in different ways. We saw power for the first 2, and then this last one, hold back the string a little bit to catch the defense off guard.
Her match high 6th kill of this opening set. Point Indy, San Diego into the net.
Yeah, that illegal back row attack for the setter. She's in the back row. She can't jump and take the ball over.
Overpass again. Couple bad touches for San Diego. Leads to an Anna DeBeer kill, burying it in the corner.
And all of a sudden, a 3-point Indy run opens the door just a little bit more for them.
To the outside, and it's Loberg who ends set 1 for San Diego.
And that was as good of a set as you can ask for San Diego. The serving was on point. That was really the key to limiting Indy's offense, which is one of the most efficient in MLV.
Came from behind early. San Diego wins it 25-22. The Mojo takes set 1 on the road.
An entire season, all building to this.
Point, championship point.
All or nothing stakes on the biggest stage, and there can only be one
Before it all. Orlando wins the championship. The $1 million match.
It's the biggest moment in Major League Volleyball, and there's only one chance to witness it live. The Major League Volleyball semifinals and championship at Comerica Center, May 7th and 9th. Tickets available now.
We've all been waiting for the US leagues to come into play. Here in America, volleyball's growing so much that people want to be here and people want to support us.
I would say the biggest difference is the structure of the league.
These athletes that choose to play in America right now want to be part of something bigger. They want to be part of something that is potentially sustainable. They want to be on the ground floor of what can be, we hope, one of the best leagues in the world.
From your favorite athletes to your favorite music, listen to everything you love and so much more with the free iHeartRadio app. From live play-by-play to your favorite game day anthems and the biggest sports podcasts in the world, the iHeartRadio app lets you take it all with you and stay connected to your favorite team wherever you go. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
This is major. Women's volleyball isn't the next thing, it's the real thing. This is where the game gets real.
High-level volleyball from Indianapolis, 2 of the top 3 teams in the league, and it's San Diego on the road, 25-22 winners in set 1 over the Ignite. And the regular season finale is brought to you by Lilly, a medicine company, and by Samsung TV Plus, the newest partner of Major League Volleyball. 25-22 winners, San Diego over Indy in set 1, and they did it, Emily, and we were just looking at this right before coming back from the commercial. Only 8 kills compared to 17 for Indy, but several Indy errors, plus the serving of San Diego was so good.
Yeah, Indy actually out-hit San Diego during that set in terms of efficiency and kills, but what San Diego did well was their defense. That started from the end line. They were putting in bullets back there, knocking Indy out of system. They're about 40% in, which is not great. You want to be around that 60 mark. But then also you look at the ways that San Diego made up points. They had 3 blocks. They aced Indy 3 times. So despite not having the best offensive day so far, they're making up for it with their defense and serving.
Alicia Childress's team coming on the road. Already clinched a playoff spot. They'll be the 3 seed taking on number 2 Dallas next week in Dallas. In Frisco, technically. So a true road game to open up the playoffs for San Diego. Mia Tuaninga set to get us off and rolling here in set 2 after the Ignite dropped set 1, 25-22. Tight to the net, the joust, point Indy.
That pass just a little bit too tight to the net. Back row setter again, taking it over while jumping. It's a fault for Mojo.
Overpass, Lydia Martin, look out.
Fantastic finish for Martin up front, and that all starts from the end line. Mia Tuaninga is targeting Grace Loberg, and that's 2 overpasses in a row.
Tabron off speed. Tuaninga's there for the dig. Set from Scott. Cross court kill is Johnny Teeler.
Beautiful hands from Elena Scott, a former setter all the way up until her career at Louisville. This is why she's so good on these second contacts. She has beautiful hands and that court awareness to know where she is in relation to the 10-foot line.
Indy has opened up a 3-0 lead. Great response after dropping set 1. Monserrat goes to the middle. That's dug up by Tuaninga. Member Mena off speed for the kill. 4 straight to open the second for Indy.
And that was a really heads-up play by Member Mena. The setter for San Diego, Monserrat, kind of tripped on her way back, so was on her heels. Really good time to throw in a tip right back at her.
Lydia Martin turned back. Scott's there to play it. Recator Member Mena. Tabron on the right pin. She did get the touch from the block. First San Diego point of the set.
That's what San Diego needed to get back in it. Some great defensive plays, and then another second contact from the libero that looked fantastic.
Member Mena tools the block.
Member Mena's bread and butter. If that block isn't pushed over enough, she'll use the hands to her advantage.
She rotates back to serve. Brejkovic, diving play from Elena Scott. Anna DeBeer is blocked, and it stays in play. Point San Diego.
This is the same rotation where Anna DeBeer struggled earlier in set 1. When Brejkovic is up front alongside Sambothi, that's a big block to get around.
6'5" and 6'2" in that San Diego front line between those two. Lydia Martin pounds it through the center of the defense.
There is no stopping that when Martin's got an open net like she did just there. Great set from Tuaninga. 8 feet off the net, side set, and gets her middle a perfect ball.
And her serve has San Diego out of system as well. Tuaninga back set. Ajani Taylor snaps it cross court.
Taylor's got a little more pop than what we saw during set one. It seems like all of the Ignite attackers do right now. Kind of that fire lit up after losing the first set.
San Diego has the response. Marin Grote out of the middle.
San Diego is best when they have their middles involved in the play. I think Monserrat is doing a really nice job keeping them involved throughout this match.
And facing an early deficit, 7-3. Rajkovic goes into the net on the serve, and Indy's lead is up to 5. Grote off speed played. De Beer. Now Loberg near pin. Taylor rolls it off the block. Point Ignite.
Taylor again going off the block and down. San Diego needs to be a little bit more disciplined up front and get the hands over faster for how quick Taylor's snap is.
And follows it up with an ace.
And that one was sneaky from Taylor. This one dropping right in on the end line.
Set from Scott, Anna De Beer, cross court, and the two former Louisville Cardinals combine again.
Indy's doing a much better job in transition, meaning within rallies, that second contact has really improved to help out the attackers.
A 4-0 run for Indy has expanded this lead to 8, the largest they've had at any point today.
One of the things that Indy is doing really well right now is serving, and they've changed up their serving strategy a little bit. So it's called yo-yoing the ball. So they'll send one deep and then send one short. It doesn't allow the passers for San Diego to really get in any kind of rhythm. They're passing lower than 20% in system right now, which is not good enough to get any sort of offense going. The Ignite have really ramped up the pressure of their serves.
And all around, it just looks a lot cleaner in this set. You had mentioned at the end of set 1 that Indy was just flat out erroring themselves out of that first set. Completely different story here in the second.
Yeah, fully different. They have no attack errors right now. Have only been blocked once. And then service-wise, they have one, which is totally fine. But you can tell the Ignite have a different vibe out on the court.
The offense has been very clean as well, led by the setter Mia Tuaninga there after hitting just in the hundreds in set 1. Indy right now 538 here in set 2. It's been Ajani Taylor behind the service line on this 4-0 run. Out of the timeout, she makes it 5-0 with her second ace of this service run.
This is why the Mojo can't get comfortable, because they'll send one deep and then watch Taylor to pop one in short. They're really struggling in this rotation with Tabron and Loberg next to each other.
8 aces all season long for Taylor. She's got 2 of them in the last few points. This serve goes into the net, though. Here's Grace Loberg for the Mojo to serve. De Beer on the pin, turned back by the block, and it flies out of bounds. Point Indy.
Good adjustment from Indy, and we're seeing a different look for San Diego now. Allison Jacobs in for Maya Tabron, who is struggling both offensively and passing-wise, so trying to get better production from one of the lefts.
Anna De Beer with the ace. Indy's third of the set already.
Hey, you got to test out the passer right away, see if they're checked in and ready to go.
Cross court, there's the answer. Allison Jacobs, who didn't play in set 1, is in here in set 2 and makes an impact.
And maybe didn't get that first pass right away, but already making an impact offensively, taking some speed off and hitting a good shot.
Keane on the slide, takes something off of it, and it ends in a kill.
Keane is known for that really strong arm, especially on the slide attack. This was a really good decision to go to that off speed. The set was not quite where she wanted it, a little behind her head. Just that easy tip does it with no libero out in the court.
Jacobs rolls it off the block.
Good swing from Jacobs, going high on it, seeing the block too far back with their hands, goes right off the fingertips.
Couple kills recently for the rookie out of Michigan who started her career at UCLA, close to home. Taylor down the line with a rocket.
Taylor showing a ton of range during this second set. She has ripped them cross court in that one, trying to take heads off down the line.
A double-digit lead for the Ignite. It's 16-6, trying to even it at 1 set apiece.
Proudly celebrates 60 years of service to the community. Their mission is to empower African American and underserved individuals through programs, services, and advocacy. They provide access to job training, college readiness, and health and wellness resources to help residents succeed in college, work, and life. Let's hear it for Urban League. Welcome to the Visitors Event Center.
Great crowd on hand today for the regular season finale, the final home game for the Indy Ignite. After dropping a set 1 on their home floor, the Ignite have bounced back in a big way, up 16-6 here in set 2. Rajkovic cross court, upped by Tuaninga. Martin digs it out of the net. Lekator member Mena keeps it up. De Beer chases down, free ball to Aninga. Elena Scott, and that's all that it can be kept up.
Well, it wasn't the prettiest point, but San Diego found a way to calm the chaos down and figure out a way to transition it. This is a great opportunity off of a free ball. I mean, multiple during that rally, but sometimes you just got to figure out a way out of it.
Martin turned away. Member Mena goes off the hands for a point.
Smart swing for member Mena. The block just a little bit late coming in. She not only has the hole, but hands up to go right off of.
She checks out after the kill. Kayla Lund back in, and she's set to serve for the Ignite. Monserrat up tempo, wide of the line from Sambothi.
Just a little bit off on the timing. That ball needs to be set a little bit higher for Sambothi to get that full extension on.
Biggest lead today for the Indy Ignite, 18-7, on the cusp of evening at 1 set. Serve goes long from one. San Diego gets the point right back.
And during the set, it's not even about what San Diego isn't doing. Indy's just dominating right now offensively. I mean, they're hitting over 500. Meanwhile, San Diego's still around that 250 mark. So the offense isn't too bad, but Indy's just pummeling them.
Lydia Martin overpass. She's the one that taps it over again. Brajkovic cross court and a point.
Good defense in the back court. Middle blocker Taylor Sambothi stepping in and take a hard one.
She's now back to serve, an ace to her name already today. Martin dug up by Montserrat. Now Sambothi playing setter. Overpass, Brajkovic hammers it through.
This is San Diego's defense really leveling up right now. They're forcing Indy's attackers to hit different shots. Martin tried the cross court this time, goes back towards zone 1, and it still doesn't go down.
Little 3-0 spurt here for San Diego, hold within 8. Tuaninga can't get there. It's an ace for San Diego.
Big run for San Diego right now, and that started with great serving from Sambothi. This is where Indy struggled during the last set, and the Mojo were able to go on a bit of a run.
3 aces for Sambothi. Won't get number 4. That one is a service error to give the point to Indy.
Sambothi's serve is so difficult because sometimes it has a little bit of spin on it, but she hits it at such a high contact point. It looks like it's going straight down at you.
Emma Holzer, hometown kid from right here in Indianapolis, checks in for the first time. She's serving for the Ignite. Brajkovic upped by Teeler. Keen pokes it over. It's Loberg down the line. Wide left, point Indy.
And that was all Johnny Teeler in that defense right there. The ball came railing at her in the front court. She was about 5 feet off and still made a play.
So no kills for Loberg in this set after she had 4 to lead San Diego in the first. Brajkovic off speed, great read in the air from Brajkovic.
Yeah, really smart decision, especially because this ball was a little bit too tight to the net. Really the only option that she had was to tip it over.
Carly Graham is in for the first time for San Diego. She's behind the service line with the Mojo down 8 deep into set 2. DeBeer cross court. Ajani Taylor, match high 11 kills, and we're not even 2 full sets in.
Taylor's just going off right now on that right side, in system, out of system, it doesn't matter. She's seeing the defense so well to score.
6 kills in the first set, 5 more in the second, and she serves with her team up 9. Graham the set, and it's set back by Keene.
That was a great read by Keene. Graham was really deceptive on where she was setting this ball. It didn't look like it was going to the middle. Keene was patient on it to get the stuff.
Back to a double-digit lead after San Diego had cut it to 7 just a moment ago. Loberg upped in the back. And a DeBeer. Dominant swing on the pin.
No question about that one. Indy's playing with a little bit more pop this set. You could tell they had a big conversation after set 1 to change things.
Yeah, it just wasn't a clean first set, especially at the end. They started out well, but didn't finish the first set well. But from start to finish, the second set has been a different story. Lewis finds an open spot in the back row.
Now it's all about for San Diego trying to gain some momentum headed into the next set. You know, you're down 10 points, you probably won't win this one, but can you string together just a few to feel confident going into the break?
That will not help the cause. Loberg goes into the net, and Indy has set point with the fans rising to their feet, up big in the second set. Point for Indy. Graham goes over the top. And a dominant set 2 win for the Ignite, 25-13. We are all tied up at a set apiece, and it's become a best of 3 inside the Fishers Event Center.
We've all been waiting for the US leagues to come into play.
Here in America, volleyball's growing so much that people want to be here and people want to support us. I would say the biggest difference is the structure of the league.
These athletes that choose to play in America right now want to be part of something bigger. They want to be part of something that is potentially sustainable. They want to be on the ground floor of what can be, we hope, one of the best leagues in the world.
An entire season, all building to this
Point, championship point.
all or nothing stakes on the biggest stage, and there can only be one
For it
champion.
all. Orlando wins the championship. The $1 million matches.
It's the biggest moment in Major League Volleyball, and there's only one chance to witness it live. The Major League Volleyball semifinals and championship at Comerica Center, May 7th and 9th. Tickets available now.
This is major.
Women's volleyball isn't the next thing, it's the real thing. This is where the game gets real.
It's not just a sport, it's a calling. At Spalding, we've spent years crafting high-quality equipment that honors that passion. As the official net system supplier to Major League Volleyball, we're proud to support the game at its highest level, where precision, durability, and performance matter most. Because when you give your all, you deserve equipment that does too. Spalding Volleyball, trusted by generations, built for champions.
Major League Volleyball is brought to you by Samsung TV Plus, the newest partner of Major League Volleyball. One set apiece between the San Diego Mojo and the Indy Ignite after the Mojo took set 1. Indy responded with a dominant 25-13 win in set 2, and it has become a best of 3 inside the Fishers Event Center with set 3 coming up around the corner. When we come back, Emily and I will get you all set for set number 3 with the first 2 sets stats and highlights. That's coming up next from the Fishers Event Center. One set apiece between San Diego and Indy.
An entire season, all building to this
Point, championship point.
all or nothing stakes on the biggest stage, and there can only be one
For it
champion.
all. Orlando wins the championship. The $1 million matches.
It's the biggest moment in Major League Volleyball, and there's only one chance to witness it live. The Major League Volleyball semifinals and championship at Comerica Center, May 7th and 9th. Tickets available now.
Every match is a new opportunity. For us, this is everything. The hours no one sees, the pressure, the belief it takes to keep going. Every serve carries expectation. Every rally demands heart. Every win brings us one step closer to becoming champions. This is Major League Volleyball, where the sport's top stars compete for greatness. This is our game, our league. Keep watching.
We've all been waiting for the US leagues to come into play.
Here in America, volleyball's growing so much that people want to be here and people want to support us. I would say the biggest difference is the structure of the league.
These athletes that choose to play in America right now want to be part of something bigger. They want to be part of something that is potentially sustainable. They want to be on the ground floor of what can be, we hope, one of the best leagues in the world.
Based in Evansville, Metro Volleyball is dedicated to developing young athletes both on and off the court, building strong fundamentals, teamwork, and a love for the game. They are committed to creating a positive and competitive environment where players can grow and succeed. Let's give a warm Ignite welcome to Metro Volleyball Club.
What is your least favorite drill?
Any drill that includes a lot of jumping and movement.
What is something that you can't live without on a game day?
Anything from my list was definitely on the
What is your favorite post-game meal?
I love
What is one word you would use to describe your style of play?
I feel energetic.
What do you think is the hardest position to play?
The hardest position, I would say center. They're like all about making sure it's happy both sides.
Welcome back inside the Fishers Event Center. 2 sets in. San Diego takes the first 25-22. Indy responds, cruising to a set 2 victory, 25-13, and it is 1 set all between San Diego and Indy. We welcome you back inside the Fishers Event Center. Emily Eamon and Noah Reed with you. San Diego looked great in set 1, coming on the road. You get a win. But the way Indy looked in set 2, they play that way. I'm not sure there's anybody that beats them.
Indy looked angry in set 2. You could tell that meant something when San Diego took the first one. Indy came out firing on all cylinders. They hit 500 during set 2, and that's a really impressive number considering during set 1 they were only at 182. Now, the difference here is San Diego has to find a way to keep that same service pressure that they had during the first set because they did such a good job of limiting Indy's efficient offense.
It was Ajani Teeler really from the first set and the second set. She was great to start despite the loss. 11 kills for the first 2 sets.
Teeler has been incredible so far tonight. She's getting it done in the front and the back row. Indy's making sure to go to her really at all times, and she's heating up as the match has gone on. She's swinging harder, she's finding open shots on the floor, and she's being really creative in the way that she's swinging. Also doing some damage from the service line as well. She is throwing them in deep, popping them in short. It's making it really difficult for San Diego to try to get into rhythm in terms of serve receive, and man, she has just been good all around. Those back row attacks have been lethal tonight going down the line.
The 2 aces, the 11 kills leading the way. And on the other side, Grace Loberg, her 4 kills leading the way in a very balanced offense for San Diego.
And all 4 of those kills came during the first set. San Diego has to find a way to get Loberg going a little bit better. A lot of that is to try to stay in system and not have her only swinging out of system. But this offense needs to turn up for San Diego, and that starts with Loberg on the left.
Had a really quiet second set after she was very efficient in set number 1. It was a big piece of why the Mojo took that first set, and now we are all tied 1 set apiece as we take a look at the stats brought to you by Lilly. Through the first 2 sets, even in that first set that Indy lost, they had double the kills San Diego had, but it was the errors that really hurt them in that first set, but the offense is looking great.
Yeah, Indy's offense looks phenomenal, and during set 1, they had 10 errors combined with serving and hitting. During set 2, only 2 total errors, and they all both came from the service line. This is a really efficient Indy team because they cleaned it up during the second.
Mia Tuaninga with 22 assists through the first 2 sets, leading a very balanced and electric offense. You think she's having fun?
I've never seen her not having fun.
Last day of the regular season, both teams not playing for a playoff spot. That's already secured. Number 1 Indy, number 3 San Diego. 4 teams make the playoffs in Dallas next week, and it's Lydia Martin getting set 3 started with a kill.
Right away, Indy's going to establish their middle threat. That opens things up for the pin hitters who they go to later on.
Dug up by Tuaninga. Elena Scott, the setter. And a roll shot for Taylor ends in a point.
Taylor's been mostly power all night. That means the defense for San Diego is on their heels expecting a hard hit shot, so she eases up and goes to the tip.
Match high 12 kills now for Ajani Taylor. Had 6 in the first, 5 more in the second. Back set. Brajkovic with the first point for San Diego.
Brajkovic has been a little bit quiet for the Mojo as well. When they have that good right side production going, it adds an extra layer to this offense that the Mojo need.
Longtime pro, more than 2 decades. Played in 10 different countries over the course of her pro career, and there's an ace to follow up, and San Diego quickly has tied it at 2.
Really tough serve to pass because at the top spin, it looks like it's going out, but because of that spin, it lands right on the end line.
15th ace of the season for Brajkovic, who has both San Diego points. That one is wide right, so after the ace, it's an error.
That one really trying to target the left side of that outside passer, but missing just a little bit wide.
Monserrat on the slide, blocked back. Kane and DeBeer combine up front for the Ignite.
Maren Grote's been so good on the slide so far today. That's a good adjustment for Indy to bring that block in just a little bit to take away the power shot cross court.
Nearly an ace. Grote plays it off the net. Loberg goes cross court. Martin can't handle it. And Grace Loberg's first kill since set 1.
That's something that San Diego needed to establish right away. Get Loberg in a rhythm because you can't win a set without your highest point scorer going off.
Member Mena roll shot, falls on the line for a point.
It's a headsy play from Member Mena, especially coming through the back court. You know that it's really difficult for the off blockers to come off in time, so she put it right where that block was coming in.
Pushes the lead out to 2 for the Ignite, which goes right back to 1 after Taylor goes into the net on the serve. Taylor from the back row.
They're changing up the route that Taylor's running as well. This is an outside-in route, so it looks like it's a true D-ball closer to the sideline. But look where she finishes. She's actually inside the court about 10 feet or so.
How does a defense have to defend that?
Well, it's difficult because it looks like one thing, and then you just can't go until you know exactly where the set's going. So rather than just following the attacker, you also want to look at the ball. It's ball, hitter, ball, block it.
Jacobs cross court. And it did not touch the line. A delayed signal, but regardless, point for Indy. Monserrat goes outside, right back to Jacobs, scooped up by Scott. DeBeer from the back. Jacobs off speed, a diving Elena Scott. Now Scott sets member Mena for the kill.
Even out of system, these balls are coming so fast. When they're coming out of Scott's hand, they're running it like an in-system tempo set to the outside still.
Couture member Mena does a great job using the hands of the block there. And the Ignite have the Mojo doubled up early. The slide for Keene, zips it cross court for the kill.
Jalen Keene's arm swing is so fast. It looks like she's late to this ball, but watch when she snaps down. She gets there in time, and that arm comes through so quickly.
Looking like a completely different team than set one, where the Ignite had 9 attack errors. So clean in sets 2 and 3 so far. Couture member Mena spins it off the block.
The offense for Indy is just completely night and day from what we saw during set 1. They hit under 200. Currently in set 3, they're hitting over 600.
And it's led to an early 6-point lead in set 3 and a timeout taken by Alicia Childress.
The biggest thing that San Diego was doing well in set 1 was putting a lot of pressure on Indy from the service line. We're not seeing that same kind of pressure in tempo from San Diego during set 2 or for the start of set 3. They need to put a little more speed on their serves and mix up where they're putting them. Because when Indy's in system, that fast tempo offense is nearly impossible to stop.
Well, and Coach Childress pretty much predicted that with us this morning. She said service pressure is crucial for us. If we can apply it, we can have some success. If we don't do that, exactly what we're seeing happening is happening.
Yeah, if you don't bring the fire from the end line, the other team is just going to run it back down your throat. Indy's so good at that. Their offense is so consistently efficient that they're used to being, you know, medium tempo sets all the time. So you've got to find a way to knock them out.
The Ignite led by as many as 11 or 12 on their way to a set 2 win, already up 6 very early into set 3. Anna DeBeer, who's been behind the service line for this run, continues, but out of the timeout, she sails it long. And San Diego setter Marley Monserrat back to serve. Tuaninga back set, Keene off the slide. Tight to the net, Jacobs had no play on it, point Ignite.
The slide been really efficient for Indy. The more they can run that, the better.
Keene to serve.
Out of the middle, Sam Bothy with the kill for San Diego.
San Diego is moving around where they're attacking their middle, so we haven't seen too many gap sets tonight, but they're spreading things out, trying to go between the middle and the right front blocker.
Tuaninga dumps it over on 2, Monserrat with the pancake. Monserrat goes back to Sambothi. Now it's Loberg. She rolls it off the block for the San Diego point.
Smart shot from Loberg, going after the shorter blocker up front into Inga.
You alluded to it, but you feel like if San Diego's going to have success, they got to get her going offensively like they did in the first set.
Yeah, I mean, it's just difficult to win sets when your highest point scorer for the season is not contributing at all.
Over past Sambothi, dug up by Elena Scott. Brajkovic off the hands. Martin from the middle, poked up by Loberg. Tuaninga gets a wind up on it. Monserrat back set. Brajkovic goes off speed. Martin got a hand on it, but it falls on the Indy side.
That's the San Diego scrappiness that got them that set one win. The backcourt's doing a really nice job of reading behind their block. That's resulting in better transition opportunities for the Mojo.
You tell me if you feel differently, but the longer the rally, it seems like the more San Diego wins it. The shorter rallies are typically going Indy's way.
Yeah, Indy has a really high kill percentage, meaning they're putting balls down more often when they're touching it, so they don't want to get in long rallies. Yes, the backcourt defense is good, but that's where San Diego is actually best in transition.
Overpass, Sambothi terminates.
And all of a sudden, San Diego's trying to turn the tides. They look like they have still a lot of life left back in them.
They've scored 4 of the last 5 to cut it all the way down to 2. Serve goes into the net this time from Allison Jacobs. Cross-court swing for Brajkovic.
That's the swing that Brajkovic has had the most success on. Not a ton of speed, but just chipping it right in front of the block inside.
Well, and also at 6'5", you can go over the top of just about anybody.
You've got more angles than most do.
Lydia Martin is turned back.
That's a really good defensive read from Brajkovic up front. It's difficult to get that right side block helping on that gap set because you still have to worry about the left. Really good read.
San Diego has pulled all the way back down to 1. Now it stretches out to a 2-point lead for the Ignite.
This is a rotation with Member Mena back serving that the Mojo have struggled with throughout this match so far.
The always dangerous serve of Lekator Member Mena. And right on cue, the ace.
Member Mena is switching up her serve almost every time, so you don't know where it's going, and you don't know if it's deep or going short. The passers have not been able to find a rhythm with her back there.
Her second ace of this match puts Indy back in front by 3. Goes into the net this time following the ace with a service error.
It's really impressive what Member Mena has been able to do. She's got 2 aces, that's just her 3rd error, but doing such a good job serving San Diego out of system.
Taylor.
Taylor sees the block so well. When she's up there, she sees where the hands are, that time going around them to the outside.
Tuaninga wants Keene, and she spins it off the block.
One of the reasons Keene works so well in this offensive system is it's what she's used to. It's a really fast, aggressive style of play. That's one reason why Lauren Bertolacci was so excited to bring her onto this team and knew that she would fit in and adjust really quickly.
Her latest kill gives Indy a 4-point lead and the Ignite of 16-12 halfway through set 3. After a dominant set 2, the Indy Ignite have opened up a 4-point lead against San Diego here in set 3, trying to take a 2-1 lead in a match brought to you by Lilly, a medicine company, and by Samsung TV Plus, the newest partner of Major League Volleyball. The semifinals just 4 days away on Thursday, regular season finale, and we've got a legend here in Indianapolis in the building, Tamika Catchings, taking in some Major League Volleyball. Lekator member Mena, overpass. Monserrat sets it outside to Loberg with the kill.
That was a really good answer from San Diego right out of that timeout. This is where the Mojo have to make some kind of push and keep that door open.
Taylor off the hands. Venegas gets there. Oh, Elena Scott leaping for it. Anna DeBeer is turned back.
Such a fun defensive matchup. You have both liberos, Venegas and Scott, just laying out for almost everything to keep it alive. There's that run from Scott. You think she's not going to get there, but she always comes through.
If you know anything about Elena Scott, you know she is always going to get there. Point for Indy.
She's been so impressive this year. I mean, she looks like one of the top liberos in MLV. I would be shocked if she doesn't get some playing time with USA this summer based on the way that she's been playing this season.
Jacobs, there is Elena Scott. Elena Scott can't quite get to that one. It drops in the center of the defense, and a point for Jacobs.
Good aggressive push from Allison Jacobs. It's not just an easy tip to the middle of the court. She's throwing that one down.
Here's Maren Grote. Tuaninga looks to Lekator. Member Mena on the back row, and she uses the hands for the kill.
These rotations are really hard to stop Indian because they had Teeler in the backcourt as well as Member Mena with 2 front row attackers. Really tricky as a defense, especially blocking wise, to know who you're going to go up with.
Tenth kill of the night for Lekator member Mena, becomes the second different Indy Ignite player to double figures. Kayla Lunsung subs into serve, and it ends in a point for San Diego.
And the overload set's working really well for San Diego, meaning they have 2 attackers in one zone. This time Sambothi on a gap set close to the left side, as well as the outside set.
Member Mena tools the block.
Strong swing from Member Mena. It's a big block to go up against with Sambothi and Brajkovic, but she's not afraid of it, standing at 5'8".
Pushes that lead back out to 3. Teeler got there, great effort. But then Tuaninga trips over Teeler and can't send it over. Point San Diego.
I just couldn't get out of the way in time. Tried to like make herself smaller, curling a ball.
Serve goes long. Indy is the first to 20.
And they're back to a few really good serving rotations right now with Mia Tuaninga, then Lekator member Mena up next. 2 really hard topspin servers that the Mojo have struggled with this match.
Tuaninga, team high 24 aces on the air for the Ignite. That one's long.
It's a big break for the Mojo right there to get her off the end line. This is the rotation that Indy's really struggled with as well, with Sambothi serving.
Lekator member Mena is rejected. San Diego cuts it to 1.
This is exactly who the Mojo want on the back line. Sambothi has done such a good job of getting Indy out of system. That was actually a really good pass, but they weren't able to convert on it.
Lekator member Mena down the line, asking for a touch, did not get it, and she zipped it wide of the line. We are all tied at 20.
And that's back-to-back for member Mena. Watch the ball to go to Teeler, who's coming from left front. She'll run all the way to right front.
First to 5, win by 2 at this point. It is Teeler, right on cue, down the line for the kill and the lead again.
This is the point in the set from point 20 on where you can expect the ball to go to Johnny Teeler on the right side. She is their go-to attacker, and they know that they can rely on her when they need a point.
Her match-high 15th kill of the match puts Indy back in front, and Emma Holzer to serve. Point for Grote, tied back up again.
It's been a really good run for San Diego to get to this point. Now it's about really putting pressure in from the service line and playing clean.
Brajkovic into the net.
This is the point again. You got to get the ball over. Yes, you want to put pressure on, but you need to play clean and not hand your opponent points because Indy doesn't bleed that many points on their side.
Taylor Landfair checks in for the first time. She's back to serve for the Ignite. Monserrat goes up tempo in the middle to Grote, who hammers it down.
This all started from a perfect pass back there. Allison Jacobs puts it right on the money, allowing for a one-on-one for her middle.
Back and forth we go. Late stages, set 3, all tied at 22. Monserrat goes outside to Jacobs, to Aninga the dig. Teeler off the hands. Brajkovic got a hand on it. Dumped over by Teeler and underneath the net. Point Indy. Monserrat arguing that Teeler was over the net.
This is something that you can challenge, whether or not the ball was in the plane before Teeler contacted it.
And we will indeed get that challenge.
So what we're looking at is where the ball is when Teeler's contacting it. Is it in the plane of the net, so has it crossed that antenna yet or not? Doesn't look like it has. No, that's a great challenge.
I think so too.
Yeah. Really good challenge taken by San Diego at a key moment.
The look on Monserrat's face too, she had this little smile, said, "I told you so."
Yeah.
A huge swing of events there. The successful challenges, you can see the ball had not crossed the plane of the net when Teeler made contact with it.
That's tough because you want to be aggressive on some of these plays, but sometimes too aggressive. Other side gets the point, and now San Diego in a really good position, 2 points away.
What a 2-point swing there. Instead of a 1-point lead for Indy, it's a 1-point lead for San Diego, who has trailed almost the entire way here in set 3.
And you have a Johnny Teeler on the right side for Indy right now. She's hitting over 500 on the match. You probably know she's a little frustrated after that last point. This ball has to go to her.
Her 15 kills lead the way for all players tonight.
Got a dance competition going between Venegas and Tuning out on the court.
Keeping it light here at the end of a very competitive third set.
What I love about Tuning too is that she'll dance, but then she'll lock in right away for the next point. It's like she has fun, but she knows when it's business time.
The overpass. Back set, it's Teeler, found a seam in the block. Back set, Teeler again down the line, Venegas scoops it up. Jacobs goes cross court, and San Diego has set point.
What a play in the back row. 2 defensive plays on Johnny Teeler. She is bombing these balls, but the backcourt is all over it.
Timeout taken by Indy, down 2 and facing set point.
And this is from Allison Jacobs, who made this attack, and she's a player that just checked in during set 2 to provide some stability on the left side, and she's been a high point scorer, doing a really nice job filling in.
Thank you, Renewal Anderson, for your partnership.
Morgan Lewis trying to find anybody she can to give a high five to.
And what a set from San Diego. I mean, they were down 6 points early on and have found a way to crawl back. It's been tough serving. It's been really good defense in moments when it mattered.
Yeah, that 6-point deficit was almost immediate. It was 10-4 Indy when San Diego called a timeout. They have clawed all the way back in it and even taken a lead with set point. And the team leader in aces, Grace Loberg, to serve. Keen out of the middle. Indy survives the first set point.
Indy has been in this situation before, fending off multiple set points. This team gets locked in late in sets.
Teeler's serve just crawls over the net. DeBeer on the pin, buries it in the corner. We are going extra points in set 3.
Big swing from Anna DeBeer when it mattered. This is when you need your players to have that dog mentality. You might not be having the best offensive night, but can you deliver when it matters late in a set when you need to score?
San Diego uses its final timeout of the set. Back-to-back points scored by Indy when facing set point, and Lauren Bertolacci's team has a chance to pull off the come-from-behind win here in set 3.
We've seen it multiple times throughout the season where Indy has fended off 2, 3, even 4 set points and managed to find a way to win. This is when Indy plays ultra clean. They keep the ball in play. They make it really difficult for you to put the ball down, and then they got that lightning fast offense as well.
Teeler's serve missed the line just by a little bit. Point San Diego, and they've got set point again.
I think this place would have exploded if that ball was in.
Just missed. DeBeer again!
2 massive swings from Anna DeBeer. That's the kind of mentality that we've seen throughout the years with her play. When she gets that fat set outside, there's no one stopping her.
3 kills in the set for DeBeer. 2 of them have come when San Diego had set point. Oh, she nearly had an ace there. Jacobs too strong. Indy's first set point of the set. We will take another look at it to see if it was touched by the block or not. And an echo of boos coming in from the Ignite fans, as you can imagine.
No, you can't take the challenge with you. You might as well use it.
You got to use it.
Looking for any finger bent backward.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. It looks like the shadow is on the hand.
The crowd erupts after it was an unsuccessful challenge, and it's set point for the Ignite with the fans to their feet. Jacobs, Elena Scott can't get there, and we're tied back up.
It's a really big swing from Allison Jacobs in a big moment. She is letting it rip. Tips are not going to get this set done.
Didn't start, didn't play set 1, but since she came in set 2, Allison Jacobs has been phenomenal. Lecator member Mena did not get a touch. San Diego scores 2 in a row to give them set point. And Lauren Bertolacci says, let me take my final timeout. This is an Indy team that played a 5-setter less than 48 hours ago when they set the league record with 22 wins in a season, and they are in another fight on the final day of the regular season.
It's been so much fun to watch both Indy and San Diego down the stretch because they've only gotten better. Indy's won their last 7 of 8 matches. San Diego has swept their last 4 of 5 matches. Both teams are peaking at the right time, and that's culminating in an awesome end to the regular season, which is exactly how this one's playing out.
San Diego team has started the year 1-6. Through 7 matches, you would not have guessed this was going to be a playoff team, but they are the 3 seed heading into the playoffs on Thursday. Fourth set point of this set for San Diego. Lecator member Mena dug up by Venegas. Point Indy. On we go here in set 3.
It's a really gutsy swing for member Mena. She missed the last one, but didn't take any tempo off, just continued to bomb the ball.
Six kills in the set for Lecator member Mena to lead the way for the Ignite.
This is where you have to know where the go-to attackers are right now. Jacobs has been that for San Diego as of late, and Taylor in the back row right now for Indy.
Amani Bush's first playing time of the night. Here she comes in to serve. To Aninga, goes to Lecator. Member Mena again. Waiting for a signal, she got a touch. Her 7th kill of the set gives Indy set point.
Another gutsy swing by member Mena, swinging high and swinging hard.
Jacobs off the hands, tied at 28.
Jacobs just continues to take big and bigger swings. That'll send her to the back row. Grace Lober comes up front, who's normally the go-to attacker for San Diego. Taylor still back row for Indy.
Hayden Kubik on for the first time today. She's serving for San Diego. Taylor tools the block.
That'll bring Ajani Taylor back to the front court. This is a great rotation right now for Indy with an awesome server on the back line and Tuaninga with a hard top spin.
Can the all-star setter end a marathon 3rd set? Yes, she can! On an ace, no less!
It's a gutsy performance from the Indy Ignite. They fended off 4 set points during that and had a 6-point lead early on, but they found their way to gather themselves and really make those big plays when it mattered, and they did not get tentative. Everything was all out.
A long 3rd set goes to the Ignite, 30-28, and the Ignite have a chance to win it in 4 next.
An entire season, all building to this.
Point, championship point.
All or nothing stakes on the biggest stage, and there can only be one
Before it all, Orlando wins the championship. The $1 million matches.
It's the biggest moment in Major League Volleyball, and there's only one chance to witness it live. The Major League Volleyball semifinals and championship at Comerica Center, May 7th and 9th. Tickets available now.
We've all been waiting for the US leagues to come into play.
Here in America, volleyball's growing so much that people want to be here and people want to support us. I would say the biggest difference is the structure of the league.
These athletes that choose to play in America right now want to be part of something bigger. They want to be part of something that is potentially sustainable. They want to be on the ground floor of what can be, we hope, one of the best leagues in the world.
From your favorite athletes to your favorite music, listen to everything you love and so much more with the free iHeartRadio app. From live play-by-play to your favorite game day anthems and the biggest sports podcasts in the world, the iHeartRadio app lets you take it all with you and stay connected to your favorite team wherever you go. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
This is major. Women's volleyball isn't the next thing, it's the real thing. This is where
a marathon of a third set goes the way of Indy, who battled off 4 San Diego set points to win it 30-28. And we've got Indianapolis royalty in the building tonight. Indiana Fever and WNBA great Hall of Famer Tamika Catchings, who won a title with the Indiana Fever, also a 10-time All-Star. Love to see it.
So awesome seeing royalty of this state back in the building, and she was actually at a match, I think it was last week too, so clearly loves and caught the volleyball bug and is back for more.
How can you not when you see this Indy Ignite team? You come here, so much fun. Regular season champs, the 1 seed heading into the playoffs next week. And if anybody knows winning and what it means to be great, it's Tamika Catchings. That was one of the more fun sets I've seen all season.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. I mean, the level of play is so high. Both teams hitting around 300. The defense was outstanding. I think we're in for a good one.
A 30-28 set 3 goes the way of Indy, and the Ignite have a chance to win it in 4 now. To Aninga, sets Lydia Martin. Venegas with a diving dig. Loberg goes cross court to open the scoring in the 4th.
Really important for San Diego to get Grace Loberg going. She's been a little quiet tonight, just 7 kills. Didn't have any during the 2nd set. They need some more production from her.
To Aninga with a back set. Teeler goes off speed. Right back to Teeler, dug up by Brajkovic. Cross court. Won't find it. Point Indy.
Just a little bit off on Brajkovic's timing. Went a little bit early there and hit it out of bounds.
Brajkovic, long, a point Indy.
Remember Meta right now going with more of a conservative serve, not doing that normal top spin, just an easy float serve.
And it goes into the net on this one.
And that's her 4th service error already. So it was a bit inconsistent from the back line, but she does have 2 aces that she got early on.
Anna DeBeer pounds it through the center of San Diego's defense.
And that's what happens when you take some speed off of your serve. Brajkovic is known for this great topspin serve. She goes to an easy one, and it was right on the money.
11th kill for Anna DeBeer. She had 2 big ones at the end of set 3. Loberg turned back by the block, but it's out of bounds. Point San Diego.
Kind of back on this seesaw. This is San Diego back against the wall, down 1-2 in this match. This is a must-win set for the Mojo. You've got to find a way to pull away. Sometimes it is just a 2-3 point service run that can get you there.
Keene from the middle spins it off the block.
Really tricky swing from Jalen Keene as well. Everything about it looked like she was going to swing cross court, but then actually goes cross body with it and turns her shoulders to go back to zone 1 and right back.
And Indy cannot return it.
Rajkovic just continuing to rail on these balls, playing that really physical Serbian style that she's known for.
Keene with the tap. Jacobs up in the back row. DeBeer rolls it off the block.
Really smart decision from Anna DeBeer on this tight ball. The only option that she has is to go off the hands and out of bounds. It's a difficult push, but really smart decision.
She rotates back to serve now with her team up a point early in the 4th set. Tapped over Monserrat. That's a beauty of a play.
Really good play from Monserrat. Normally this is a setter that is taking more offensive attempts. I mean, she has one of the highest kill percentages in the league. She hasn't been too offensive tonight.
After the kill, she serves. Jacobs on the 10-foot line. Tuaninga sets like a tour. Remember, Mena turned away, then tapped right back over. Back set Jacobs. Tuaninga the bump set. Remember, Mena denied.
This is a block that Indy's been trying to avoid all night, but out of system, it's the only option going up against the block with Rajkovic and Sanbothi.
Rajkovic's 5th block of the day, more than Indy has as a team, just 3. Down the line, it's Jalen Keene.
Was that an out-of-system slide?
It was.
All right, check this out. Jalen Keene is running kind of it's a slide ball, but she's really a 9 ball at this point as an opposite, and Elena Scott pushes the tempo on it.
Rajkovic tools the block.
Good answer from San Diego right away. Back on this seesaw. No one able to kind of take advantage and take control of this one so far.
1-point lead. Allison Jacobs to serve now for the Mojo. Tuaninga dumps it over on the second touch.
Yeah, I've been waiting for that one. And this is something that gets Indy so excited as a team. Anytime Tuaninga goes up and throws one down. Hasn't done it too much tonight, but this ball is tight. She knows that she's an option up there with no blocker up.
Now she serves, and a great one. The overpass in system. Taylor. Not the cleanest, but hey, it's a point.
Indy's showing a lot of finesse right now. Just a lot of things that we don't normally see throughout matches. That was a slide attack again from Taylor. She was a former middle, though.
Monserrat goes to the middle, and it's Sanbothi with the kill.
Easy side out for San Diego. Great pass leads to an in-system attack and one-on-one through the middle.
Sanbothi's 5th kill as she's back to serve. And she's got an ace.
Sanbothi is racking them up from the end line. That's her 4th ace of the night, sneaking this one right in.
What a match so far for Sanbothi. Martin from the middle tucks it into the corner.
Indy's really making it a point to get the middle attack going and make it really fast as well. When they can do that, it's been one-on-one, and it's been easier for Indy to score.
To Aninga, the pancake. DeBeer the swing, cross court, and a kill. Defense leads to offense for the Ignite.
Anna DeBeer started this match struggling. It was a low hitting efficiency, and she has climbed out of that and done such a better job as the night's gone on.
They don't win that third set without her play at the end of that set.
No, especially with some of those massive kills that she had in good defensive plays. Absolutely not.
Monserrat goes to Grote out of the middle, and San Diego has the response.
And that was big for San Diego to get Member Mena off of the service line as soon as possible. That's a player that's gave him fits throughout the day.
Martin dug up by Jacobs. To Aninga, looks at DeBeer, who shoves it off the block. Venegas is there. And a point for San Diego.
Big pancake coming up clutch. Venegas throws that hand through to get it up.
And then showed the emotion, too, slapping the floor after. Brajkovic, too long on the serve, point Indy.
I remember talking to Shara Venegas ahead of the All-Star match, and I was asking kind of, has her energy ever gotten her in trouble? And she talked about once during a game 10 years ago, she cheered so hard after a match or a point and hugged the ref, the down ref, and got a yellow card for it.
Oh.
But he said it was one of the most memorable points that he's ever lived.
Oh, I would have loved to have seen that.
Yeah.
Point for San Diego. That's true. That's just who she is all the time. They're like high energy, slapping the floor, communicative, passionate.
She was last year's most inspirational player for a reason. I think everyone just loves to be around her.
Kept alive, pushed over on a free ball. Indian system. Keane from the middle.
Indy's continuing to exploit that one-on-one attack through the middle. Any good ball that's right at the top of the net, they are going through the quick.
Jalen Keene's 10th kill makes her the 4th player for the Ignite into double figures. Jacobs with a wind-up and pounds it down.
Jacobs continuing to heat up as well for San Diego. She didn't start this match, but she came in during the second set in for Maya Tabron, and she's provided so much good offensive firepower.
The rookie was drafted 17th overall by San Diego this year. Serve goes into the net, this time from Grote. Lunging dig there for Teeler. Keane with the kill.
Keane is taking over for Indy, whether she's getting set or just taking these balls over on two. She is putting everything she's got into these swings.
And a couple of them have been on out-of-system balls, too. Back row, DeBeer denied.
That's a really good read for San Diego because we haven't seen DeBeer get set too many times in the backcourt tonight. Really disciplined play up front from Sambothi.
$14 all here in set 4. Tuaninga taps it over.
That's twice during this set. Mia Tuaninga has made sure to establish herself as that offensive option. That means the blockers can't go when this ball is tight. They've got to recognize her up there.
Huge spark recently. Tuaninga had the ace that ended the third set. Now a couple kills from the setter. There's an ace to follow up.
She's doing everything right now for Indy. She's great in the front court, putting up good block touches and back row. She's putting bullets there.
All smiles for Jalen Keane. The Indy Ignite with a couple in a row take a 16-14 lead here in the 4th. Tonight's match is brought to you by Samsung TV Plus, the newest partner of Major League Volleyball. What a fun match we've got on the final day of the regular season. Indy up 2-1 and the Ignite up 16-14 with a chance to close it out and make it win number 23 on the season. Jacobs down the line, didn't find the line, point Indy.
This is a point in the set where San Diego has to try to answer right away, because now Indy, they're up 3. They've got a good cushion right now to play with.
Indy led by 6 in the third. San Diego came all the way back and had 4 set points before Indy ended up winning it. And the Ignite keep rolling with an ace from Jalen Keene, her 2nd of this run.
And that's Indy's 8th ace of this match. It is so difficult for this serve receive for San Diego right now to get in any kind of rhythm.
7 points away from ending the match. Brajkovic rolls it off the block of Martin.
Good answer right away for San Diego, and they've got a good front line. Sembothi and Brajkovic, as well as Scully, who had just checked into the match, who comes in on the left.
Serve is long from Jacobs. Indy with a chance to end this season 13-1 at home. They lost the home opener on January 24th and have won 12 straight in this building since. Such a difficult place to come into if you're an opponent. There is Scully, and she goes right into that Indy block.
Sometimes when checking in, you're swinging a little bit timid because honestly, your arm's not warm. She's played nearly 4 sets sitting on the bench so far. This is an opportunity for Indy to capitalize, and they absolutely do.
Extended the lead to 5, the largest of this 4th set. And Mia Tuaning at a serve. Brajkovic goes off the hands. Scott sets, Teeler. Monsory with a one-hand set, poked right back to her. Teeler spins it off the block.
Sometimes it's what you can make out of nothing. That was a chaotic play on Indy's side. A lot of out of system, a lot of just throwing hands up, but they found a way to calm that chaos and stay out on top of it. Great out of system play from Elena Scott here, putting it outside to Teeler. That one goes down off the block.
Elena Scott, the libero, now has 11 assists tonight. She is so good out of system. Go along with her 16 digs. Earlier this season, Lauren Bertolacci, her head coach, had a comment about her, said you almost forget about her at times. And she said, I mean that in the most complimentary way because she's so good, you've got to the point where you just expect her to be great every single night.
And that's what you get out of elite players. There's some players where, you know, they're inconsistent and you're really just hoping for a good night, but sometimes you have a bad one. Elena Scott is a player that just never has a bad night.
Brajkovic is denied. Amani Bush, who's barely played all night, comes up with a massive block.
That's not only big for the score for Indy, but that's big for momentum. When you have a player coming in off the bench that immediately gets a big stuff like that, that injects energy into your team.
Loberg is up. It's Teeler on the right side. She's blocked. San Diego needed that point.
That was a really massive play for San Diego to shut down one of the most terminal attackers on Indy's side and try to get some momentum for themselves.
Sambothi to serve now. She's had a great night behind the line. Martin dug up by Monserrat. Rajkovic cross court for the kill. Back to back for San Diego.
This is a rotation where San Diego's had a lot of success with Taylor Sambothi on the back line. She's already got 4 aces tonight.
Bush off the hands for the kill.
Lauren Bertolacci puts Amani Bush in when she wants a little more physicality up front. That plays out blocking-wise, as we saw with the big stuff, but then also attacking-wise. She has the ability to go up and over attackers.
A career-high 20 kills on Friday night. She had more kills on Friday than she had the entire season leading up to that. Grote from the middle, diving play, Taylor. DeBeer rolls it off the block. Oh, come on.
What a play from DeBeer, and the guts to swing on that, come on.
Match point for the Ignite. Loberg denied! The Indy Ignite extend their league record to 23 wins in a season.
The Indy Ignite did it with style as well. San Diego came out punching, but what Indy did so well was respond. The team ended up hitting over 300 and had 4 different attackers with 11 or more kills, and that balanced offense was one of the reasons why Indy got this win and really stopped the good defense for the Mojo.
A set 1 win for the Mojo coming on the road, but then Indy responds back, became an entirely different team. Sets 2, 3, and 4 go to the Ignite.
On behalf of the team, we just want to thank everyone who comes out every single game. This is the best environment in America, honestly. You guys made it possible for us to have a 23 and 5 record, so thank you for helping us along. But we would love to fill the Comerica Center in Dallas, and we would love to see all of you guys there in the orange and blue. So thank you, and we'll see you in Dallas.
Great praise from Lauren Bertolacci, telling her fans they have the best environment in America. What a win for the Ignite tonight. To lose set 1, then come back and win set 2, then a marathon of a 3rd set, and they pull away in set 4 to win it.
Yeah, that was a dominant performance from Indy. They might have dropped that first one. We could tell that lit a fire under their butts. They were angry during set 2. It came out dominant. Then we had that marathon of a 3rd. I mean, that set was one of the most fun sets I've seen the entire season, and we got it on the last night of the regular season.
A set in which San Diego had 4 set points as well, and Indy continued to battle and fight, and they end up winning it 30-28. 23rd win on the season. They end the year 13-1 at home and just 4 days away from the playoffs on Thursday, where they'll open the semifinals against Omaha. And the championship match, if they were to advance, is Saturday at 3 o'clock. The semifinals and the championship all on ION.
This Indy Ignite team, I mean, it is going to be really difficult to stop them if they are running with the same tempo, same consistency and balance that we've seen throughout the last few weeks. This team is going to be really, really difficult.
High-end talent plus the depth. Every position, there is no weakness on this Indy Ignite team.
Major League Volleyball playoffs. The semifinal matches start at 7 p.m. on May 7th, and tickets are on sale now. For more information, including tickets, launch parties, and more updates, Visit IndyIgniteTV.com. On behalf of the Indy Ingite, we wish you safe travels home and a pleasant remainder of your
A
weekend.
fifth straight win for the Ignite. They've won 8 of 9 now heading into the playoffs, playing some great volleyball at the time it matters most.
And that's what's most important. You want to be able to peak at the right time and stay consistent with your team. And this was one of the best offensive performances that we've seen from Indy all season. And now I'm joined by setter Mia Tuaniga, who helped Indy to that win. Mia, I'm interested. I want to talk about that third set. Your team is down. You're fending off multiple set points. How are you able to battle through that and get that third set in order to bring momentum into the fourth?
Honestly, I think we do a really good job of, we try to stay gritty as long as possible, but we do a really good job at some point, we're just like, hey, F it and go out there and play. F it, go in there and have fun. You know what I mean? I think we do a really good job of just really coming together and doing that. Yeah.
You had 4 players with 11 or more kills. The team hit 300. How does that balance and efficiency make this team scary?
I mean, you just saying those numbers, I'm like, dang, that's really us right there. But no, truly, like I say all the time, like everyone's available, everyone's screaming for the ball, and even after a mistake or after getting blocked, they still want it, and that's a really big thing or really big deal for me as a setter. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I know this was the last home match for you guys in a really special place here at Fisher's Event Center. How would you describe how it's been playing in front of these fans this season?
I always tell people I would have never thought I would find a home in the middle of Indiana, but here I am. I love everyone that even works in Fisher's, everyone that comes out for Fisher's. Like, I'm born and raised in the West Coast, and to see the community here come out and support and love on us, it just means so much. So we try our best to give back.
Us Midwesterners and Hoosiers are very happy to have you here.
Oh, I love that. Thank you.
Yeah, headed into the playoffs. What's this team's mindset, and what makes you confident that you're going to get a win?
What makes us confident is, I think, just the amount of love that we have for each other. I mean, a lot of people talk about like me dancing around and having this vibe, but truly, I'm able to bring this out of myself because of how comfortable I am, because of the coaches, because of the players, and truly, that's where our confidence comes from. Yeah.
I love it. Thank you, Mia.
Yeah,
Good luck in the playoffs.
Thank you.
Just one of the absolute best. So much fun on the court, but knows exactly when to lock it in. And again, just a dominant performance from Indy all around. You look at those kill numbers, 65 on the night. They hit above 300. I mean, this was an incredible performance for Indy to come back after that set 1 loss.
Yeah, an Indy win tonight gives them 23 on the season. And how fun are the playoffs going to be next week?
Oh my gosh, I think it's so fun in Major League Volleyball because you truly never know who's going to win. We've seen upsets in both years. I mean, Indy got one last year to head to the championship match. I could easily see San Diego winning it all too if they put things together. Really impressed with all 4 teams that made it, but man, these 2 are going to be really tough to beat.
Sure are. 3-seed San Diego, they will take on Dallas in the semifinals. Indy takes on Omaha, and I think there is a chance we could see these 2 potentially playing each other again in 6 days for a championship. The Indy Ignite get it done over San Diego tonight, 3-1, the final. Well, that'll do it for us.
Club.